Hi guys. So I thought I'd do this little video actually because it's probably going to be easier to say what I want to say without typing it. I'm so tired. Okay, so I'm back at the hotel now after going to see Sam at the McEwan Hall to talk about his book Waypoints, which I have right here. Yes, I have it, and it's all signed, and it's like properly signed, not book plate signed, which I love because I'm not a fan of book plates, if I'm honest with you, and I really did think that because we've seen the book plates before, that we were going to end up with book plates, but hey ho, brilliant and made up. So that's one really good thing. And another really good thing, the whole night, the event was great. The event was absolutely amazing. Sam was incredible as Sam. He felt, to me, much more relaxed than he seemed to be at the New York event. Maybe, I don't know. He did indicate that he and Cameron had a weed ram before going on stage, so he might just be a little bit more lubricated. But either way, he seemed much more relaxed. I was really impressed because I thought with Cameron being the presenter that it was going to be very focused on the walk, on the hill climbing, which is really interesting, but that's not really what I want to know about. I want to know about Sam. I want to know about what makes Sam Sam. But Cameron was great, and he asked loads of great questions about Sam's life, and it really did focus on Sam's life, which I really appreciated from Cameron. So if you ever do see this, Cameron, thank you for that. In fact, it was Sam who actually had to finally bring up the walk. I don't know if Cameron was consciously not covering it, but hey ho. Yeah, it happened anyway. So it's really, obviously I don't want to spoil things because obviously there's a talk tomorrow, so I don't want to spoil too much because I don't know what's going to be involved. Let's just say there was some special guests. I'll perhaps say a little bit more after tomorrow's event, but there was some special guests, some in person, some on video, some yeah, anyway, apparently Sam's mum was in the audience. I can't say that I saw her, but I'm sure that she was there, and I'm sure that she was incredibly proud. I was so proud of him. He was so relaxed, and you know what? Oh my God, the most unexpected thing happened. The one thing I will say is this, because I don't know if he's going to do it tomorrow. And if he does, it doesn't really matter that I spoiled it because you still won't get the full impact of it until you see it. He, rather than read from the book, he did read from the book later on, but first of all, rather than read from the book, he decided to recite a section from Phaedra, which was apparently a piece he did to going for a competition, a Scottish-speaking competition. I don't know, I can't remember the exact details of it, but it's quite a long piece, and it was all kind of proper old Scots, not quite Gaelic, not Gaelic, but old Scots, proper kind of Robbie Burns type language, but really evocative. And he performed it so beautifully, and I think everyone in the room will go, what the heck was he saying? Nobody really knows, but it sounded incredible. And the actual performance was incredible. So you could see how he was so relatively successful as a theatre actor, and it just makes me want to see him in the theatre so much more because he really has that presence, for want of a better word, just this incredible skill of making just drawing you in. It doesn't really matter what you're saying. I was just completely entranced by it, and I'm sure everybody else in the room was as well, because everyone was just like, oh my God, look at that. And he was doing it from memory as well. Now obviously Sam being Sam, I know he's a bit of a perfectionist. I think he may have prepared a little bit for that. I think he may have done, but even so, it was still a long piece. It was not like normal English. It wasn't even like Shakespeare. It was old Scots, and it was really well done. So well done for that, Sam. I was so proud of you. And yeah, it was great. Okay, I really enjoyed it. And for those of you who are a bit concerned about me, I was really getting a bit stressed about this event. I am at the moment suffering with chronic pain in my hips and my legs and my back. And it's all being investigated to find out what the exact cause is. I know before anyone says anything, my weight isn't going to help, but that's not the cause. There's something else going on there. But either way, I'm in a lot of pain right now. And I was really, really stressing about having to queue. And then finding out today that, oh my God, the weather. Those poor people who queued. Oh my God, I admire you so much. That is devotion, right? I was lucky enough, a few weeks ago, I emailed the venue. I emailed McEwan Hall, or the contact that I could find for them, and asked them, is there anything that you can do? I'm more than prepared to get there early. I'm more than prepared to wait with everybody else. I don't want special treatment. I want a fair chance at getting a good seat like everybody else. Is there any way that you can provide just some kind of chair or something I can sit on outside? Happy to do that, and the email got bounced around a few departments and then just seemed to disappear, and nobody ever actually answered the question. And then it was only a couple of days ago when Fane sent that email about reminding us that it was unreserved seating and it was going to be a first come first served kind of job, and they were going to fill it up from the front going back. I had a little bit of a panic, and I thought, you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I replied to that email, and thank God somebody at Fane took pity on me and responded and said, let me get you on the access list. No problem, just turn up. We will have a seat reserved for you. They did say, can't promise it was at the front. And you know what? I wouldn't feel right if it was at the front. I would not have felt right if it was at the front, especially considering the people who stood in the rain. So, yeah. I'm a little bit giddy. Because basically, I turned up just as the queue was being let in, and I kind of and everyone was still standing under the rain, and I just basically got ushered straight in, which is great. But my seat in the end was on the aisle, which is really, really good because it's like nice and centre for seeing Sam and Cameron. But it was about 11 rows back. And that's fine. And I could have, because I got there so early and they were still filling up from the front, I could have been cheeky and gone a few rows further front. But given that all those people had been stood there for hours, and I could see that they'd been stood for hours, that was a long queue that I arrived to. I could see that they'd been stood there for hours, and I thought, you know what, it wouldn't be right. They deserved their right to get that seat near the front. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It felt right. And you know what? I had a good seat. I ended up sat in front of two wonderful girls who were on the access list. And I'm sorry, I've forgotten your names. I'm rubbish at names. I'm really, really rubbish at names. And I also ended up sat next to a very, very enthusiastic lady from Chester. Again, rubbish at names. I'm so sorry. And I was making such an effort to try and meet other fans, and I'm just crap. I really am just crap with names, and I'm so sorry. But you know what? You guys made me feel so welcome and comfortable there. So thank you. I did also manage to meet and hug the amazing Stuart, who we all know and love. He was incredible. And also, I very briefly met Francesca, who we've been trying to meet all weekend. We finally just had a brief hello, and that was that. But it was really nice just to meet other fans. I'm always keen to meet other people who are fans of Sam, because nobody in my circle at home has a clue who he is, apart from my mum, who was amazing and is now watching Outlander again, I think just for me, bless her heart. But I love her to pieces anyway, and I think she enjoys the story anyway, because she loves a good love story. She loves a bit of adventure. So yeah, that was great. And then I decided, you know what? I've been sat down for a long time. I'm going to chance it. I'm going to wait outside and let's see if I can get a selfie with Sam, because then who knows if I'm going to get a chance. And I stood outside the front for a good 20 minutes at least, and it was getting a bit painful, but I thought, you know what, it's going to be worth it. And a few people were waiting outside, and I thought, this is good. It's going to be okay. Not many people are waiting, and I'm thinking, not many people are waiting. Am I in the right place? Surely more people will be waiting. And then eventually I discovered that apparently much more people were waiting round the back. So, me thinking that more people would have the better knowledge, I went round the back and I stood for another half an hour or so, and I was in a lot of pain by this point. And I really should have given it up, but it's one of those, let's just suck it up. Let's just suck it up. The only thing I'm going to do after this is get an Uber and go home and sleep. Well, go to the hotel and sleep. So I sucked it up, and then eventually they said he left by another entrance, by which I think he meant the front entrance, which is where I was in the first place. So, slightly gutted about that. But hey ho, I guess he was tired. I don't blame him. He was filming just yesterday. He's got the other event tomorrow. He did say that he had a late-ish night the night before because they were all out for John Bell's party, although he was a good boy and left at a reasonable hour also, he says. But I know he's obviously going to get to London and sort that event out. You know what, Sam, I'm just so grateful that I was in the room with you. The other thing that I'm really a little bit devastated about, I actually bought a gift for Sam. I brought it. I actually went out of my way today to find a gift bag because I've forgotten to buy a gift bag. I went out of my way today to find a gift bag and I left it at the hotel. I was gutted when I realised I was sat in the auditorium and I thought, oh my God, you idiot. So, how am I going to get this gift to Sam? That is the question. Maybe I just have to meet him again. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, that's my very brief review. I say very brief review. I'm looking at it 11 minutes. Sorry, I'm going on a little bit. I'm a little bit hyper. I've just had a double scotch. It was Talisker. It was beautiful. In the bar on my way up, just to warm me up a little bit because it was a little bit cold whilst I was stood waiting there for Sam. But it's okay. You know what? He was tired. I understand that. And I'm just really, really grateful that I got to see him today and meet some wonderful people. So good night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.